unanswered question is with the reunion project. What's plans for this in the long and short term? Where's this headed?
It's kind of what we're wondering, really.
Yeah, it's headed to a trailer with you guys. Yeah. How long have we been back together since? We have no
I
information.
think this is our third year of reunion shows, I think.
Yeah, just more of the same. You know, we've talked about recording some new stuff, but really I think people want to hear the songs they know. It's taken me about 20 years to realize that people, like in the crowd, want to hear songs they want to know, you know. So it's, you know, we play probably 2 shows a month, and it's enough to go out and it's the old mortgage paying tour.
Well, you mentioned considering new music. I think I'd heard you say that. Have you considered maybe a live album or that sort of thing?
Yeah, I think now we recorded some stuff. Our very first show out of the box, which wasn't a great one to record
not really.
material from, but yeah, I mean it's just so easy to record live stuff now. It wouldn't be anything to. It'd be good to, you know, record several shows and then go back and pick out what was good from it.
If there is any.
Yeah.
Supposed to record the last show, not the first show, I think.
Yeah, the
They
first
failed
show
to tell us
was
that.
sketchy. Yeah. I don't think your bass worked the first 4 songs.
Yeah.
That's a
The
heck of a
whole
lot
sound
of-
check.
Yeah.
I have some idea what you do when you're not out on the road with these guys, and I'll maybe ask you about
Seen the
that in a
videos.
second. But for Kelly and the Lester family, what do you all do when you're not playing? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, I'm working for OG&E as a testing technician, so that keeps me busy during the week. And then I have 2 teenage boys that keep me busy all other waking hours.
Gotcha. So, what about you fellas?
I work for a lumber yard doing contractor sales, and I have 2 kids that are active and busy and time consuming.
Understand that.
And he's growing a beard. That takes
Go
up some
time.
time.
Full-time gig.
You still in the nursing home?
Yeah, I came out of the nursing home this weekend. I got a pass.
That's awesome.
My kids let me
Rehab
out.
center.
Rehab. I have a small welding and construction business and about 120 old cows and 2 kids, 2 in-law kids, and 5 grandkids. So I have plenty to entertain myself as well.
Gotcha. Have you had anybody notable recording with you at your home studio in the last few weeks?
The last project I was working on is a band called the Suede Panther out of Stillwater, and they're really good. Probably the best stuff I've recorded
Bluegrass?
in a while.
Suede Panther.
No, quite the opposite.
How would you describe them?
Man, more kind of a rock and pop kind of sound. Chris, what's his last name? Hoffmeyer. He's a singer-songwriter. You know those guys?
I do.
Yeah,
I've got
and he's got really great songs, and they're unique. He grew up listening to Tony Braxton. Which is,
I've got their first record.
Oh yeah,
I do.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They gave it to me. I don't think I listened to it.
It's not very good.
If I don't work on it,
Right.
I
Then it's
listen
not
to it.
good, yeah. To be honest.
But yeah, I've been recording them and a kid named Dan Martin. It's out of Tulsa. He's
Dan well.
yeah, he's really good. Caitlin Butts, I did her pretty recently. Her album.
Rolling around last night. Hit it that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you get significant income from admissions to your petting zoo?
not yet. I had a few trespassers yesterday. I had to run off. Yeah.
4-legged or 2-legged?
Well, it was 2 guys, 2 kids, and a dog, and they were just rooting around on my property. But yeah, I haven't started, opening it to the public yet.
The interesting stories are the escaped animal stories. Those are my favorites when I see Mike.
I haven't had any escapes in a while. I've learned how to build a fence. Learning that. And I did get a law changed in the city of Ada for my potbelly pig. I had the dog catcher, which why he's chasing a pig, I don't know. He told me, no way. And there's an old law about pigsties, and that you couldn't have a pig in the property. But I got the city attorney to overthrow that for me.
I joined city council.
Political
Yeah.
clout.
You've been busy.
I've been real busy.
I wanted to ask about Cale's music.
The chords?
What's it like having that pass on the generation?
For me or him?
Either. What I heard of his music a few years ago was a little more modern rock or indie sounding, and it seems like he's maybe moved a little bit towards more Americana lately.
I don't know. There's a new incarnation. Tim has the guitar player Tim Cowan's getting married this next month, and he's gone from that now. He's kind of adapted a strange hippie ritualistic mushroom farming lifestyle. I don't really get it, and the gentleman that was playing drums has moved on, and they've got 2 new members, Mike Mangum, and I don't remember the new guitar player's name, but they had their first full band gig. I believe it's been a week, maybe 2 ago, and I didn't get to attend because that was the night we were playing as well in Enid. But I think that it's moving more toward lyrically driven stuff and less of the trying to find a catchy guitar riff or melody. I think that's where he's heading with it. I know he spends a lot more time sitting and writing than they did prior to. I think they've matured quite a bit, he and Steven both together.
There's several folks that I've talked to in the last few months about the passing of Tom Skinner, and there's some people that I know affected more strongly by it than others. I know, Mac, you had a very strong bond with him.
Oh yeah, we spent 10 years together on the road. And before that, I knew him from the farm. He was just a mentor and just a light. He's a really funny guy. I just miss him every day.
I do too. Wednesday science is something that's a strong weekly tradition for me. Going down there and see Don Morris, you can still see the hurt in his eyes.
Yeah, it's hard, it's the last thing he'd want is somebody feeling down about it, but it's hard not to.
You guys, obviously Oklahoma fellas, but had a market and still have a market in Texas. Some of the younger Texas guys, musicians, but also fans, maybe they don't have the strong links to Childers, a Skinner, a Crouch. What could you say to somebody like that to make them go out of their way to seek some of those fellas out?
I just think that, if they're into this kind of music, that's where it originated. I think between Bob Childers and Tom Skinner. Skinner, just musically for me, was, when I moved to Stillwater, I was just listening to mainstream, whatever was on, and then he turned me on to the older Neil Young type stuff and Van Morrison and Graham Parsons and stuff. Just he's more helping the tradition of music, continue songwriter style. That's when I got into songwriting, was hanging around Childers and Skinner. But for me, that's where Red Dirt originated, and if they want to find the source, that's where it was.
You possibly tell us why you had to wear the Elvis jumpsuit to the memorial?
I guess the last laugh. Yeah, he put it in his will. Like the first thing in the will was I had to wear an Elvis jumpsuit to his memorial service.
At least you didn't get the clown suit.
Yeah. Well, Matt happened to be ill. He couldn't make it. I was looking forward to hanging out with somebody. Looked like a big bozo, trying to offend it as I did.
Did you make that suit yourself?
Well, I bought an Elvis suit and it was hot, so I cut the legs off of it. It was modified.
I noticed that.